Ladies and gentlemen. Oh God, here she goes.
I mean, hey, can I be me?
No, you can't. It's a special edition of Petty in Particular, Rambling K. I don't know what this is, but we're here. We have made it.
You froze.
Am I frozen?
You back.
I'm moving.
Yeah, you're moving now. But you stopped and you had this pretty little...
Anywho,
okay.
we're supposed to be doing pop culture. We were supposed to have been doing what? What's this face?
It came back.
You're
that crazy.
Your internet is the devil.
You're right. It is probably my internet.
Absolutely your internet, because I'm flowing. Everything's doing very well here.
I may have to share my internet from my phone. Keep going. Let's see what we get.
Okay. We were supposed to be doing Greenleaf, the final season, episodes 1 through 4. I'm gonna go ahead and blame it on myself. I ain't watched nothing but episode 1.
Well, I did watch episode 1 and 2. I've got 3 and 4 to watch.
So
if I don't fall asleep, I'll start tonight.
Okay.
You see that one eye is weak.
I just haven't. Whatever, child.
It's good. I enjoy it every time I watch it. It's just I've been busy.
Right. Same. I've been very busy with work, and just ain't turned it on, to be completely honest. I've been, once I get off work.
And they know not to erase it off the thingy. Don't erase it.
No, I've been watching it, or I set up to watch it on the app on Fire Stick.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Whatever. So anyway, we're not talking about Greenleaf.
Yeah, we good. It's still on my DVR.
Yeah.
Okay. Because we don't know what happened in the last few weeks.
Last thing I saw is we were going.
So it's pop culture time. How's it flowing?
Well, I have B.Scott here. I went back to page 32. That's as far back as I feel like going. We're gonna run through some things very swiftly.
Okay.
I don't know. None of this seems interesting to me. Hudson will be playing Aretha.
Yeah, I mean, she asked for her. We all heard her ask.
We heard it.
So I'm glad they're doing that. I believe, the baby girl can do it. She all right.
She's a great actress. She's got an Oscar. She's a phenomenal singer. We know that.
Right.
She's got Grammys. So, okay.
To Simon Cowell's chagrin, he does have them. She does have them. Point blank.
Child, they voted her off the island. I think she was number 13.
And we don't even know who the other ones were that year, do we?
Fantasia.
I was Fantasia's year.
It was Fantasia.
Oh, they had some good ones.
They were singing down, child. Singing down. But for Jennifer Hudson to only make number 13 or something like that, it was a great.
Well, they look for a certain thing. They look for a certain thing and that they think is the thing, and it's not always the thing.
I mean, Fantasia won, and Fantasia is the thing.
She is the thing. Now, they didn't mess that up. They didn't.
Let's not play.
But Jennifer shouldn't have got sent home.
It should have been, really, the top 2 should have been Jennifer and Fantasia.
Right. And they took over the world like the brain, and that'd been it.
Right. But Kelly Clarkson, I think, was in Fantasia's season. It was either Kelly.
And she's excellent.
Clarkson. I can't remember which one. But
I think it's Kelly Clarkson.
Yeah, the top 2 was very tough. But the only time I've ever voted for an Idol contestant was Fantasia, and I feel like my vote helped get her to where she needed to
be. See.
I really do.
That's important. Vote for your people. In November, vote again for your people. Vote.
Please.
Vote early. Call the people and say, y'all got the ballots out yet? Get your ballot.
Can I come fill out my ballot, please?
I know it's July, but I need my ballot today.
Right.
I want to study it.
Right now. I don't even have to study. I know I'm voting for not who's in there today.
Someone else.
Someone else.
Someone else.
Yeah. But yeah, as far as Jennifer Hudson playing Aretha, I think it's going to be a great movie. I've already expressed my turmoil about the movie where I feel like they need to address certain things, but I don't want to see certain things being addressed.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna watch it, but I'm going.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I mean,
I'm going in there.
Aretha's right. Well, Aretha didn't have the easiest life. She just didn't.
Right, but it would make
she just was. Mm-hmm.
It'll make me sad if they address it. It'll make me mad if they don't address it. So either way, I'm a loser.
You just don't have feelings.
I mean, I have them now. I'm very.
And then now this is this a theater movie? My brain is gone out. Is this a
theater in 2020 coronavirus? Ain't no such thing as a theater these days.
So it's gonna be on the TV. We're still talking about 2 hours. We ain't got but 2 hours.
I think it's supposed to be a theater, but I don't know when it will come out because we can't go nowhere.
Because I mean, you can't address everything in an 80-year-old person's life in 2 hours. You just can't.
Yes, you can.
Okay.
They did it with Tina Turner.
They didn't address it all.
All up and through that movie. Beat her down, beat her up, beat her to the side. We had a good idea of what happened in Tina's life. She was beat.
She was young and gullible and wanted to sing and such, you know.
Yeah.
But Sis's story, Sis as in Aretha Franklin, she had, I mean, her stuff started so much earlier that you kind of need to address. So, I mean, how do we do that?
I don't know.
In 2 hours.
I think it needs to be a miniseries, but when they tried to do a miniseries, they had Cynthia Erivo playing Aretha Franklin, and she looked a mess. So,
right, kind of like your girl when she did, and Rosario did Nina Simone.
Don't do Rosario. That was not Rosario.
That wasn't Rosario. It was the other baby. I mess them up sometimes. It was who?
Zoe Saldana.
Zoe. I'm not saying Zoe can't act. That ain't what I'm saying, but we could have used somebody else.
We could have used somebody black.
A myriad of people.
All the way black. India Arie, I don't know if she could act, but she black and she looked kind of like Nina Simone.
Okay, and I mean, our baby, what's her name?
I don't know.
Youngo. She could have done it by now.
Lupita, Michaela Cole from over there in London. She looks very much like Nina Simone. And she's an actress, and I think she could have ate that up. I don't know why they put Zoe in that position, and I've not seen the movie. I don't think I will be seeing the movie.
I saw a little of it. I think on one of the pay stations, I saw a little of it. And that baby, I mean, you can like adjust to the painting.
And Flex Alexander. Why would you do that?
That was so disrespectful. Michael was still alive.
Living.
You could at least wait till the boy left here to desecrate him like that.
Like, whose idea?
I had to go Southern on y'all.
Whose idea was it to say we need someone to?
I don't know. They should go to sleep and wake up again.
Gigantic chocolate Flex Alexander. It just.
And maybe they went for build. You know, Flex is long and thin like Michael, but he don't look like Michael at all. I mean, it was old Michael. If Michael hadn't had to change his colors for reasons, you know, that he spoke to us about, and we have to accept him because he was changed.
Okay.
I felt a wonderful change. You know I did.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was wonderful, but it was a change.
He had vitiligo, and he had to, try to cover that, and the covering made it more obvious.
I mean, but if you could make it darker and it only made a mess, and the option was to make it lighter, okay, I get it.
Yeah. I mean, you can't make vitiligo darker because that's the exact opposite of vitiligo. So anyway.
So you couldn't color the spots in, is what I'm saying.
I mean, he did for a little while, but it just got too noticeable.
Got too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I get that.
Anywho, we was talking about Aretha. I imagine this movie will be very good. I will be there wherever it is. And, rooting for Jenny.
Yeah.
My personal favorite, musician, philanthropist, artist, just overall leader of the world, Blue Ivy Carter.
Right.
The youngest BET Award winner ever at the tender age of 8 years old.
Right.
So we applaud our, my president.
The baby.
I'm not
Baby
really
Carter. Baby Carter number one.
Now, see, we can't call her Baby Carter because Lil Wayne's daughter, Reginae Carter, is Baby Carter.
Okay, maybe not.
Yeah. Two different families.
The Queen Blue.
Queen Blue will work. That will work. I don't know what this is. I don't care. We canceled J.K. Rowling. You never liked Harry Potter in the first place, so you don't care.
Nope. I like that she was an entrepreneur and was able to create a niche. I do like that. Because she was, she was a single mama, didn't have no money, and she wrote a book, and it's so good. Hallelujah.
All of us, honey. We all
more power, girl power. Honey. Girl power.
Ava DuVernay and Colin Kaepernick. Is it Kaepernick?
Kaepernick is the way I've heard it mostly.
It's an E in there, and I want to say Kaepernick sometimes. I don't know.
Yeah, it may be Kaepernick.
They're going to be doing a Netflix series about Colin's high school years.
Okay.
I don't care.
Well, Colin, he inadvertently became a hero when he was just trying to make a point. He was really trying to make a point. And they took that thing and ran. You know how you catch the ball and you go away from your goal? That's what they did. They ran the whole opposite direction. I hate that for them. Right. So now all of this is happening, and I'm like, oh, is that what you were saying? Yeah. That's what you said is not what I said. Did you hear me what I said when I said it? It was a mess. So
I don't care about that boy in high school.
Yeah. Well, we want to know the baby. Now that he's becoming an inadvertent activist, and he kind of went with it, which is okay. Go on with it.
I mean, he ain't had nothing else to do. They wasn't signing him to no teams.
Right. They did him bad. They took his best years.
Yeah.
They took his best years. So they need to make sure he paid. Make sure he feel all right for the rest of his life.
All right. Mother Particular has spoken.
That's what I got to say.
All right, Miss Thing. And you said that. Katy Perry said she felt suicidal after her split from Orlando Bloom. I'm glad she's better.
Right.
Dr. Dre's wife, Nicole, files for divorce after 24 years of marriage. They have no prenup, and I believe she's a lawyer, so.
Oh, bless his name.
She's doing very
she
well.
She can't get dogged, hopefully.
I don't think she's going to get dogged.
Well, I mean.
Yeah.
Pay the rent, pay the light, pay the gas. Pay for the trip. Pay. I'm a little goofy today. Excuse me, y'all.
Let's see. I don't know who these white people are. Ferris Bueller cast reunites, talks filming secrets, who was cut, plus star-studded John Hughes tribute.
You know, I liked Ferris Bueller's Day Off. That was a fool little boy. He was a fool little boy.
It's your era. It got nothing to do with me.
Right, exactly.
It used to come on ABC Family when I was a child, and it would be on in the background while I was playing with my dolls. But
I'm still devastated about the boy still in his car. Girl, whoop. We wouldn't have been afraid of the police. We would have been afraid of our mom and them.
Mom and them. Grandmama and them.
Mom and them. Grandma. Ooh, your cousin who heard about it. Your big cousin who heard about it. Any of them just afraid.
Yeah. We just wouldn't have done it.
No, just because, yeah. Mm-mm. We wanted to get grown. We just wanted to get grown. That's all.
Yeah. Somebody was shot at the IHOP. We're praying for the resting of their soul. They passed on.
Oh, Okay, I ain't been to no restaurants yet. So I'm gonna be safe from that.
I just don't feel like going to restaurants is a thing I should be doing.
I had a desire to go today because we were done kind of early, but I thought about that thing and I said, kitchen table it is. Pick it up.
Pick it up.
Bring it home.
Bring it home.
That's what we did.
Who said that? Nikki Blonsky from the movie Hairspray, which I don't think you ever watched, but it's the one where John Travolta played Medea. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, seriously, talking about stretching your yourself. Let's just be a woman.
It wasn't really a stretch.
Don't be messing with my John Travolta. He lost his wife this week. I'm sad. We agree.
We're praying for John in these difficult times. He did lose his wife.
Yeah. What's happening?
You ain't hear all that zooming?
I didn't know what it was. I didn't know if your stomach was growling. I'm being goofy.
It's a car that comes through here several times a day, just doing the most.
Right. I thought maybe your folks is moving furniture and
it's a car on the street. But yeah, Nikki Blonsky from Hairspray comes out as gay. She also recently came out as racist, so
she just go tell her to finish coming out. What else is it?
Have you had enough?
All this dibbling, dabbling, dribbling stuff. Tell us what it is. Or be quiet.
Mama. Settle down, honey. Just take some.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, you've had enough.
I'm just saying.
Anne Hathaway says Christopher Nolan doesn't allow chairs on his movie sets. I'm confused.
Oh, what they want? Stand up is what you said?
Apparently.
Oh, I can't work for you.
No. I'm bringing my own chair.
Honey, folding chair, flipping.
I'm bringing a Sealy Posturepedic Slurter official.
You're going to call the people. Okay, I'm going to need you to drop my chair off in the morning.
Ashley Furniture, lazy boy chair. I've even got 5. Yeah.
Funny. That's funny.
It's like, why you can't sit down? Why you can't just? That's weird.
I'm gonna need some questions answered. In my contract, she shall have a Sealy Posturepedic. What's she gonna do? She ain't gonna sit down. She gonna lay down.
It just doesn't.
Now I'm gonna need some good propped up pillows, but I need a whole bed.
Why are you dictating whether or not people can sit? That's so weird.
That's control. Control.
I knew you were going to Janet. Janet ain't never told me I can't sit down.
No. She was talking about control of her own life, though.
True.
And I'm with her on that.
You've been with us since it came out.
Yes, I about hurt myself dancing. I was thinner then because I danced so hard with Janet Jackson.
Okay, well maybe you need to.
That's why she's thin and I'm not, because she kept dancing. See, it's your little fluffiness. You get to get older, you could fall off. So you keep your little something.
You are a treat today. You are truly.
I don't know why I'm such a nut today. I feel nutty.
Have you eaten? Are you loopy?
I had a half a burger.
Maybe you need to old one to bring yourself down a little bit.
I got candy on my desk here. Should I get some?
No. That ain't it. The MTV VMA ceremony will be held in person with limited or no audience due to COVID-19. I thought it was
like that funeral I had this morning.
I thought all the awards were in person. Am I tripping? It don't be in person.
They've been doing stuff, haven't they? They've been, announcing. I don't watch when ain't no COVID. I don't watch too many award shows anymore. I got tired of them. But I think they were doing this they were sending in, acceptance videos or something. I thought, like everybody else is doing. They take it from their bathroom like they take their selfies.
I'm looking at myself in the screen here, and I truly am beautiful. You ever just
do
see
you
yourself?
think moi, would have an ugly child?
I don't know.
I was very careful. I didn't know though. They could reach back and get that ugly cousin's gene, but I've been blessed. Hallelujah.
It's true. I could have came. No, I'm not even gonna do that. I was gonna name somebody, but I won't do that.
Don't do it.
Nothing to me. God rest her soul. A bunch of racism. Ferris Jackson got a Facebook Watch series, and she has like 2 dreadlocks, and the rest of her hair is loose, and I don't know what she's doing. Terry Crews is a coon.
Why is he a coon?
What you mean? Oh, you don't pay attention to things.
I ain't paid. I'm so tired of coronavirus. Because see, every time you turn something on, coronavirus gonna be in there too. Coronavirus and 45. I'd be like, what the world?
Well, Terry Crews, for the past, I want to say 5 months or so, keeps getting on Twitter and saying white is right, pretty much.
No.
For all intents and purposes, he is saying just black people are being terrible and white people are the best.
He must not have studied his history. I mean, in some place, I mean, there's always a semblance of truth in things, but you have to understand where that truth is.
There's not always.
Is it an individual thing or is it a community-wide thing? Most of the stuff that's going on in community-wide.
Long story short, we've discontinued Terry Crews.
Oh, I hate that. I need to call him.
You can try. He gonna hang up on you because you black.
He gonna find out he black in a minute.
Maybe.
You better come, like Maya said, you better come home running, back to the mothering blackness. Deep in the smothering blackness. Y'all look up your Maya Angelou. It's called She Came Home Running.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you, Dr. Particular, for this African American Studies.
Hallelujah. I'll go to the Harlem Renaissance and sit there, y'all. Move back.
Okay. Whatever, girl. I don't know. Stupid stuff. Kanye West ran for president, but then he looked like he about to drop out.
Well, we ain't started yet, really. Because ain't nobody. Well, I mean, maybe sis said, if you spend up our money out here, and then, yeah, she might have said something to him. I might have said something to him, advises why. But I wouldn't be. Number one, he's too young. Number two, he's strange.
He's not that much younger than you.
So who?
He's not that much younger than you. Let me.
No, he ain't.
Not really.
I got my device.
I'm already on it. He is approximately 43 years old.
Yeah. He under the cutoff. Yeah, well, I mean, but he's right there. Yeah, he's right there in the cutoff.
But he's not a child. He's not a baby.
I mean, he's old enough to run for president.
Well, aren't we all in our spirits?
Okay.
LA doctor charged with sexually assaulting 4 women in incidents dating back to 2016. He must die.
Set him outside. They got coronavirus everywhere. Just set him outside. Don't give him no mask. Don't give him no gloves. Just set him outside.
Oh, help us today. Ryan Seacrest is still pretending to be straight. August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith, do you have thoughts? I know you watch Red Table.
I hate when things come out so with a good distance between when it happened and when it comes out. I hate that because it brings, like they said when they interviewed at the Red Table, they were broken up and they were done. But then they decided to work back through it and get back together. So all these years later, after you've done all this work, somebody come up and say, guess what? So now they have to come back and explain it to everybody, and it hurts. And it's just not something you want to do. It's opening an old wound, and you got kids and all that stuff. And if you was going to say this 4 years ago. That was my thing. I hate that. Everybody got all these things to say about Will and Jada. I've been through some stuff, and honey, if they together and they worked it out, God bless them. What she did with Brother Alcino, is that his name?
It's his name.
Anyway, if Will can forgive her for it, we's all happy. We's a happy family. And come on, be real. Will has probably done some stuff. It may not have been that, but in 25 years, everybody done some stuff that make you want to kill him. Absolutely murder him. Put him out, hang him by their toenails and pull. But if you can make it through that, that's good. It's just sad that they had to do that to get, some kind of redirection of the narrative. That's my thought.
Good, because I didn't have any thoughts. I don't care. I genuinely don't. Because my grandmama, bless her heart, would tell me in a second, Will and Jada swing. I've been hearing that all.
I don't know. They keep saying they don't swing, but I ain't with them, and they ain't been invited me, so I don't know. I don't care.
My grandma swing, and she don't lie, so I don't know where
grandma heard what everybody else heard, and and I don't repeat stuff like that. Especially them people have said repetitively that is not the case. Then people that don't know them say it is the case, but the people themselves, and they could be lying, but they could be not knowing. Other people could be not knowing what they're talking about. That ain't none of my business. They give good television. They do good movies. I get good red tape.
Granny.
All right, you, your granny, and your pops, y'all be together.
Okay.
That's three of y'all, 3 figures.
Okay. Phaedra Parks might be coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta. I am ready. You don't want Phaedra back?
I don't like Phaedra. No, Phaedra, no, I don't like Phaedra.
Okay, that's all you can, as your grandma say, that's all I have to say about that.
I don't like the way she carries herself.
As a preacher's kid, that's messy, like the rest of them.
I don't like it. I'm not that kind of messy. I have my messiness, sure, but I'm not. I don't have a superiority complex or anything.
No, you're not superior. That's true.
I mean, I may be the queen, but I don't look down my nose at my people.
At your subjects?
No, but I something about her. She just, no, I don't want Phaedra.
I enjoy.
God bless her. Yes. I want Phaedra to live. What is it? Live well and prosper. What is it? What is it? Yeah. Live long.
Yeah, the separate.
I got ring on. I can't do it.
You got a ring on.
I can do this hand. And that ring twisted, but I can do this hand.
My hands are so pale. God bless me. My face too.
Be like your auntie who does her. But why? Who crossed? People cross these. She crosses these.
Anywho, yeah, I like Phaedra. She stirs up enough mess that I'm interested in for the show. So I enjoy Phaedra personally on the show. Who was it they said they were talking about bringing, Monique. They said they might be bringing Monique to the Real Housewives, and I will be there. If Monique is there, and if Monique and Phaedra both, I'm there. I'm there. Because it's just
Monique. No.
I know you don't really, your spirit doesn't align with Monique. Mine really doesn't either, but I do have to take a moment to apologize to Monique because the videos I made about Monique were just my opinion. I really didn't feel like she had a lawsuit against Netflix, but it looked like the Supreme Court said she did, so my bad. Oop, is you gone? Lord, look like we lost her. What is happening?
Yeah, it took a break. I don't know. Did you, what you do?
Nothing. I said, I apologize to Monique because I didn't think she had a case, but looked like she do. She was just gone.
I was just gone, and I was looking at the screen going, I said, well, I'm going to reset these lights since I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm just going to switch back.
Okay.
Are you there?
I'm here. Are you?
Hello.
Hey.
There you go, girl. There you go. Hey, girl. Hey, girl. Hey.
Oof.
I'm doing nicely. As I mess with stuff.
Moving along, D.L. Hughley reveals he unknowingly spread COVID-19 to his staff and everyone he came in contact with because he is an idiot. Now, you know,
well, he didn't know.
No. We're not finna play the he didn't know game. I personally don't know. So this may be a little harsher than need be, but it is absolutely idiotic to go and be in a club doing appearances and shows in the middle of a pandemic. That's dumb. It's dumb on behalf of the artist. It's dumb on behalf of the patrons. It's dumb on behalf of the club. Everybody involved with him going out and about and being a part of this comedy show, everybody's an idiot. Every single body.
They should have just taped something.
D.L. Hughley especially is an idiot for taking the show. Hey, God bless.
Hey. I'm glad I knew that this is because I was about to. Oh.
Don't say nothing crazy. We's on. We's on. We're trying this way.
Yeah. Okay.
D.L. Hughley is an idiot for saying he would do the show, doing the show, leaving his state, which was supposed to be locked down, to go to another state to do the show, and God collapsed him on the stage. God collapsed him.
Because is he in California?
I don't even remember where he was. I think he was coming to Texas.
No, I'm talking about where is. Do we know where he's from? Where he? I haven't paid DL that much attention.
I don't know.
I think probably since the DL Hughley show went off, I catch him now and then, but I don't follow him.
D.L. Hughley is my Phaedra. I don't do
for me.
It's just I think everything surrounding him going out and being a part of a comedy show in the heat of a pandemic was idiotic. And for him to fall out on the stage.
Right. Well, a lot of people just didn't believe it.
Okay. Well, he fell out on the stage.
Crazy. That's why we got.
That's why we got
more than 15,000 a day for the last 3 or 4 days in Florida. So I'm down there where my people at. Y'all all right?
Right. Auntie and
that's crazy. Right.
But fortunately, Auntie and them
just don't know.
But well, we hope they do. It just doesn't make sense at all. And for him to fall out on the stage and immediately be diagnosed with COVID-19 felt like swift justice to me. But what didn't feel fair is that he spread it to his family and his staff.
Right, everybody got it.
The member of his family that didn't have it was the one that was wearing a mask around her daddy. Because she knew her daddy was crazy. All of it, every bit of it is idiotic to me.
It is.
Even if you don't think it's real, why would you put other people in jeopardy if it might be real? You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't.
You can close the door. Oh, yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Is that good?
Yes. Okay, be careful. Sorry.
Sorry, little girl.
No problem. It's just weird. The whole thing with D.L. Hughley is weird. If anybody might deserve COVID-19, not to die, but just to
no, don't get a man COVID.
He got it. I didn't give it to him. He got it, went out.
Said, well, your fault he got it.
It's his fault. If anybody deserves to get the illness that they pretended like they wasn't gonna get and went out and did everything they was big enough to do, as my grandma would say, reap your consequences.
This is the time that you need to, if you have the ability to record in your house your stuff that you do. He said, well, I can't come to the show, but I can send you a videotape.
Honestly.
This is my freshest stuff. I'm going to send my people out here at a good, healthy distance, and we're going to do this show from the basement.
But you know how close and intimate comedy shows usually are.
Yes, I used to love them.
Kevin Hart arenas, where he up on the stage and he back, 45 feet from the people in the front.
Yeah.
It ain't
the front row is close.
The front row in comedy clubs is not 6 feet. You can reach out and touch his ankles if you want to. So it just
right. Because they be high-fiving and everything and borrowing jackets and whatever, whatever works for the comedy, sketch. Right. They do that all because it's right there.
It's very intimate. He deserved it.
I loved him.
Comedy shows are great when there's not a life-threatening disease on rampage.
Pandemic going on.
Like when everybody's healthy, then yes, let us all go to the comedy clubs and support our local comics. Let's do that. That's great.
Local and national.
No,
used to go for them all.
Because I ain't going to no Kevin Hart show.
I do them all.
I ain't going. You can go. I'll send you. But I ain't. Not Kevin Hart.
Okay. I think I like him better as a character actor because he's very animated. No, he goofy.
I just watched Tiffany Haddish. Same thing.
Yeah, she goofy too.
CNN reporter got mugged at knife point on air.
On air. So they know who he is, huh? He the dude with the hoodie.
Got a hoodie. He got a hoodie and a hat, but I can see the side of his face in this picture. I don't click links.
So he walked in front of the cameraman.
Right. In front of the woman. The woman got a microphone, a red microphone that says CNN. And he just walked up there and mugged her at knife point. Like, what is happening? Oh no, child. Too much going on out here.
Okay, I'm so.
If I was the cameraman, I would have beat him with the camera, but that's just me. I wouldn't.
Well, the camera is very expensive. Now, get you a concealed carry.
Somebody is
pistol whip that dude.
Somebody is threatening your coworker, not to sound, misogynistic, but your female coworker, your lady coworker, with a knife. And I'm assuming the cameraman is a man, might be a woman, whatever.
Might be, yeah.
But usually there's more than just the camera person and the reporter. Usually there's a backup somebody there as well.
Right.
Don't let this woman get mugged on the screen.
Because I'm sure they didn't realize what was happening. Because, in certain situations, people are milling all around and everything. You don't necessarily, you wouldn't think somebody would mug you on air. Who is that crazy?
That white man. White men don't have a lot of, they don't have much about them, as my great-grandmother would say.
Ain't got nothing about them.
Ain't got nothing about
themselves.
Yeah.
Ain't got nothing about yourself. Yeah, that's it.
We're moving on. 89-year-old Formula One billionaire Bernie Ecclestone welcomed son with his wife Fabiana.
He had meaning.
He's 89 years old.
Well, this is all I have to say is tell your son goodbye.
Mama,
ain't gonna make 10.
You don't know that. He's a billionaire. He might buy a new heart and a new brain and some new lungs and keep it pushing.
Some things money can't buy, boo-boo.
Not tell him goodbye. Mama. You are a disaster.
Why you? And you a billionaire. That's why you having babies at 89. That's why. At least the baby will be taken care of. Doggone it, because he ain't gonna be able to take care of him.
You don't know.
He can send go.
But mostly go.
Mostly send, and he gonna go.
Lord help us today. Not an authentic drive-in movie theater experience coming to a Walmart parking lot near you.
I thought we was checking coronavirus already. Not ours. I've been over there. I ain't seen nobody. They just keep telling you put your mask on.
What do you think I just said?
They doing something at the Walmart parking lot.
But what is the something?
I figured it had to be the coronavirus because they said they was gonna check you there, but they ain't check nobody in my neighborhood. They put your mask on. They put this mask, this speaker, loudspeaker tell you wash your hands, put your mask on. That's what it said.
Now see, when we use our active listening skills, we actually end up knowing what the person said.
What you say, boo-boo?
I said authentic drive-in movie theater experience coming to a Walmart parking lot near you.
Oh, it's because they closing early. Had to, because I mean, if the Walmart closes at midnight, I can't come at 12:30 to the movies.
Yes, you can. You just don't want to.
Well, I mean, who gonna wake up to go over there? And if I woke up to go over there, who gonna stay awake? I'm gonna have to wake up with a pistol because
I'll be there.
The Walmart lot sometimes get rowdy. Have to be careful.
Oh Lord, okay. Anywho. Let's see here. Somebody else died by suicide hours after proposing to his ex on Twitter. I don't know who he is, but God rest.
Did he know by suicide? He might have known.
Yeah, I would have an inkling. Just, I think I'm going to die once I kill myself. That kind of thing.
I'm going to ask her today. Then I'm going to drop out on her for real.
For real, sis?
For real. I ain't coming back no more.
Leah Michelle from Glee has been outed as a very terrible human being. Okay. Woman who pulled gun on Black woman charged with a felony assault, as well as her husband. Swift justice. Strahan, Sarah, and Kiki has been canceled.
Who?
Strahan, Sarah, and Kiki.
What? I enjoy Kiki.
I mean, you can follow her on Twitter. She acts up over there too.
She's just so free-spirited. I love that.
Very herself. I love that for her.
And she ain't messed up about nothing. Don't look like. I love it.
Oh, my granny texts me.
All kind of stuff happening on my text messages over here. And it's one little hair that keep getting on my ass.
Now, Phaedra, she does funeral directing. She does a couple funerals in Atlanta. You want
directing? No. I think I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna have him, if I'm not here, I'm gonna have him send for me. I won't go home.
Y'all call for Phaedra to come do my body.
If I go anytime soon, it look like it's gonna be Jose. Okay. He's not Hispanic.
Nobody.
Just in case someone.
Who cares? What does that have to do with anything?
I mean, it sounds like he could be Hispanic.
Okay. And if he was, then what?
Because it's spelled like the Bible. It isn't spelled Hispanically. I made up a word. Y'all like it?
No, I hate it. 6-year-old kicked out of daycare over Black Lives Matter t-shirt. I just don't understand.
6-year-old did what?
6-year-old was kicked out of daycare over a Black Lives Matter t-shirt.
I can't.
I see.
He's 6. He didn't dress himself.
But yes.
So call his mama if you have a problem with it. Even ask for another shirt. Kicked out?
I really don't think that the other 6-year-olds are offended by that t-shirt. I don't see.
It's a t-shirt.
I could see if the t-shirt had like Barney is the worst on it, and then the other kids were just like, Barney is my favorite. Then maybe change the baby's t-shirt. But the people offended by the t-shirt were adults, and they need not be offended, because what's the problem?
Because they cannot get through their minds that Black Lives Matter does not exclude anybody.
No.
Not at all. It's just the reminder that certain lives are taken at a disproportionate rate.
Yes, that's disproportionate. All. Use your words, hunty. Use your words.
We don't want you to kill nobody of no color.
It's true.
Don't do that. That's not nice.
Anybody to die unjustly.
But one thing you must know, Black Lives Matter, because in some places, and not just in the United States, Black lives don't tend to matter as much.
It's true.
Or at all.
In literally every place, even in India, if you're
so we're not talking about no Americans or nothing like that. We're talking about everybody.
Right.
Period. They all matter. All over the world, Black lives matter.
True.
White lives, yellow lives, green lives, if they come from the alien place, they matter too.
Now, who told y'all aliens are green?
We just decided that back in the when did they start talking about writing about aliens? And I don't know. Whenever they started writing about it, they decided that they were green.
Like, who did an alien personally come down and say, now my skin is green?
He didn't talk to me. He probably looked just like me.
Probably do.
Oh, are these my horns? Let me move.
Antenna, but yes.
Don't tell them if I'm an alien.
I think I would keep that to myself, seeing as though I'd be half alien and all.
Right.
None of this is interesting. Donald Trump Jr.'s girlfriend got coronavirus.
Donald Trump ain't gonna get coronavirus.
Donald Trump is coronavirus.
That's why he ain't gonna get it.
Yeah. What a slow day this was. None of this is interesting. I thought we was really gonna have some tea, since I ain't done pop culture in Lord knows how long.
Right. Well, I always say, for today in particular, God rest the soul of Representative John Lewis. He did some good work in them 80 years, I think it was. And so
let me look. I don't want to misspeak.
That was he's either born in 30 or 31, so maybe 82. No, 80.
He was 80.
90?
80. Which is pretty young to just be dying.
Well, he had cancer, and they didn't expect him to live this long, so he did very well.
Yeah.
From based on expectations.
12, so he did real well.
Mm-hmm.
Once you lose your wife,
the brothers don't hold on as well a lot of times.
They do not hold on. They go right on with the wife to glory. Let's see, but yes, rest in peace to Reverend Lewis.
Right. Thanks so much.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
One thing you can say about him, he tried.
Yeah.
And that's why we ask. Try to do better. Like his thing was try to help out.
Right.
I like that. Have to remember that. That's what we do. We help each other.
Indeed.
Race, color, or creed doesn't matter. We just help each other.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Rashi P. Henson says that the strong Black woman trope dehumanizes us. Thoughts?
The strong Black woman, what dehumanizes us?
Just the trope of women, of Black women being stronger.
Mm-hmm. It's good and bad. We are strong. We deal with a lot of stuff that a lot of other people don't deal with. But we are people. We are frail. We are human. We hurt. We bleed. We cry. So when you think about, when you humanize us, then you see all of that. But what happens with the strong Black woman thing, even inside the culture, it dehumanizes us. And sometimes we take things that we shouldn't because of it.
Right.
And that becomes a problem. That becomes a problem. We are not to be tramped upon. That's not the deal. Right. But if you need somebody to step up, if you need somebody to care, if you need somebody to work some stuff out for you, a lot of times we are the go-to, but we are the least appreciated because we're strong and we can just do it again.
Yeah. It's like
who wants to live over and over again?
Time. Just because it's something that happens does not mean it's something that is supposed to happen.
Exactly.
It's just because we can take it don't mean we should. You know?
Right. That doesn't make it right, fair, nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, we amazing if they want to know.
Yeah. I mean, we're all that girl.
Mm-hmm.
And for clarity's sake, on my end, you don't even have to answer or say nothing. That includes trans women, Black trans women. That includes the girls.
Ooh, yeah, because the stuff that they have to deal with is even different, even, from what heterosexual Black women have to deal with.
Love you down.
What did I say?
Heterosexual. Sexuality.
Did I mess it up?
You did. It's okay.
Oh, that doesn't mean that they're, that doesn't mean that they're not heterosexual. Is that correct?
The word we're looking for is cisgender. You were talking about sexuality, we talking about gender. So heterosexual would be straight, which is if you're a trans woman, you can be heterosexual, but it has nothing to do with your gender identity. Cisgender is what you meant to say, but I'm here for you.
Okay, you got to text me that word so I can add it to my vocabulary. Cisgender.
Doing it right now, honey. Doing it right now.
Yeah, because see, I don't know. You got to help us. Us in my generation, we have all these definitions. We don't mean a lick of arm.
I understand.
Not any.
I know it.
And this is another point that I always like to come up with. As the body of Christ.
Oh yes.
It doesn't matter it doesn't matter as much. It should not matter what you identify as. It should not matter where you live or what you make. We should love you anyway.
Period.
You should be able to get love from the body of Christ anyway. If we don't know the right word, if we don't know the right thing to say, the thing that we should always express is that maybe we don't agree with how you live, but we do agree that you're a child of God. You somebody's child, cousin, nephew. You somebody. Right. And we need to respect that.
Right. See, I kind of slightly disagree that you have to express that you don't agree with these people. You could just let them live. But
most of the time, you don't have to express that.
Right.
But if it comes up, you want to be honest. But at the same time, you cannot. You can't. I mean, if it don't come up, it don't come up. There's no reason to mention it because I have siblings and relatives that live lives, not necessarily, I'm not talking about even sexual identity at this point, just live lives that I don't agree with.
Right.
But I love them and I pray for them and God protect them. Don't let nobody get them.
Right. Right.
And which is the same prayer I pray for the ones of them who have a different opinion or different life from that perspective than I do. It's the same prayer. You my people, I don't want nothing to happen to you. I love you. Period.
Lord protect.
Asked by a family member once about them being gay. And my answer was that it doesn't change anything as far as how I feel about you, but I wouldn't have chosen that for you because I think it's hard. We got it hard enough just being chocolate drops. But that's just what I think, present company included. That's just what I think. It's already hard to live in the United States and be brown. And then you're going to add something else that is not necessarily socially acceptable.
Right.
And I mean, and if you're not real serious about it and you just dabbling, you might not want to do that. But if you in, because that's what it is.
Right.
But as for me and my position about you, I have to love you anyway. You mine. What am I do, child? It don't make you less mine.
All right, sister. Amen. Reverend Particular. Amen.
Thank you. I use my license from time to time.
Right. Speaking of, Halle Berry had tapped on to play a transgender man in a movie, and Twitter shut that down immediately. They said, no, ma'am. No, ma'am. There are trans men actors that can play that role. And she stepped down from the role. And I appreciate that for her. I appreciate that about her.
Well, yeah.
Because,
I mean, that kind of reminds me of the conversation we had a little bit before about Zoe playing Nina.
Right. It
Did I get the right actress? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. It's, it's, as for an actor, it's probably a good stretch to keep you from being typecast, but at the same time, like you're saying, there are people that can do that.
But Zoe
so hard.
played a Black woman because she, quote unquote, identifies as Black. She could have played a Black woman without it having to be a actual person who walked the earth. She could have selected a role that would make where the character was a Black woman, or the character was a raceless person, and it was just Zoe Saldana.
It was just a woman. Yeah.
Right.
She not a woman that specifically. Yeah.
Because I've never seen her play a role that didn't harp on the fact that she is of Latin descent.
Right, they use that.
They use it so much, and it's like, girl, just go play a girl, go play a woman. It doesn't have to be specific to your ethnic identity. Just go be in movies. You know what I mean? Because
and then she does have the opportunity to play things that are not Black, which is I'm not saying it's bad to play things that are not Black, but some people can't play things that are not Black. If they kind of push them over there, it gets to be too far for some of us.
Right.
And now if it's just a mainstream person, most anybody could play that if they're good enough actor. You want the right person for the job. It doesn't matter in my mind about the color, but some things are for a particular race of people.
Right. And if she wanted to play a Black woman, there has to be another script out there that has a character specific to the Black experience that she could have played. That didn't have to be Simone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Because Nina was
Nina was
she was one you could not identify as anything else.
You just couldn't, and she didn't want it to be that way. She wanted to be Black, and she was Black. So Saldana just doesn't fit any of those boxes. I mean, she might be Black. I don't know. She says she Black. She Black. Okay, girl, I can't.
Yeah, I mean, you can't argue with that. And I'm certainly there's basis for what she's saying.
Right.
But Nina was
right with me, honey.
She's what I use, what I call a classic beauty, because she doesn't look mainstream, but there's a look that's a Black classic beauty.
Yes.
We have a lady here that I look at her and it's like I'm just always so stunned by her. She is such a classic beauty. You might know who I'm talking about. Is a lady. She doesn't go to our church, but her sister goes to our church.
Mm-hmm.
She is
And she way
I mean,
pretty.
her features. Yeah, and her sister's a light-skinned, long-haired one.
Right.
But
and
her
the same
sister,
thing for me. My sister is chocolate, and she's way cuter than I am, especially as a teenager. It will be 16 in January. When I was 16, I looked a wreck. She looks great. You know what I mean? Like it's never it. Well, I'm not gonna say it's never, but oftentimes that whole she light skin thing doesn't mean anything.
it doesn't. It really doesn't, because beauty is a thing. Like I always told you growing up, beauty is not necessarily an outside thing.
Right.
Sometimes people that don't look so appealing or mainstream pretty, when they open their mouths, or when they come into a room and they stop the room because they have such a beautiful aura about them, you miss all that.
Right.
Maybe their nose isn't keen, or you know, their lips are too much of what the mainstream says, or even too little, because you can have nothing.
Gabrielle,
oh Gab,
not a top
lip just fade away. That top lip just
it's gone. She's absolutely beautiful, but that top lip is not there.
Beautiful girl.
It's not there. And the woman who plays, I think it's Anissa on Black Lightning, Thunder Girl or whatever her character is.
She's gorgeous.
Absolutely stunning.
Thunder,
no top lip.
Thunder's great, gorgeous.
Just missing.
She was on a movie I watched the other day, and she didn't have any makeup on. I was like, "Oh, she's still very pretty though."
You had to say "ooh" first.
So that's Anissa.
Yeah.
Pretty, that's Thunder.
Yep. Not a top lip at all.
I mean, she's just a very, very attractive girl.
Yep.
Nope.
Both of them, Gabrielle Union.
What you need that for? You don't need to talk. Why you have to have it?
I would like to be their shade of chocolate, if the Lord just...
Right. They have a very nice shade.
He didn't give me any blackness. I'm not brown. I mean,
go outside. Get summer. Go outside.
Not him tiptoeing.
He's back.
But yeah, I just very recently found out I'm not even brown at all.
I really thought I really thought you were going to get some color.
You told me.
I just knew you were, because everybody. Now, did your cousin, your big cousin, did he get cut? He's got a little color.
I don't know who my big cousin is.
T3. D3.
Okay. Like T3. He's brown.
He got color. See? But his daddy was just like you. He never got no color.
Nobody
but he didn't get any color. Huh?
Nobody was as light as me.
No, Trey was.
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he was.
I was there with him.
You were not. You were 18 months older than you.
But I got there 18 months later, and I looked at him. And he was.
You didn't know what you were looking at. You didn't even know you were lighted.
I really did not know.
You didn't even know.
To find out. It was news. Now everybody had been telling me I was light all my life, but I just didn't know it.
It's like, I don't know what they talking about. They talking crazy. She's talking about.
Like, I'm light skinned, child, please. And then I looked in the mirror one day and nearly scared myself to death.
But Lord, I'm light.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just knew you were gonna get some color though. I really did. I'm shocked.
It was in my heart to do.
Because I mean, your father has some color.
He has more color than me. Yeah. Everybody has more color than me. Every living body.
And then his mom is my color. And then my mom is slightly lighter than me.
And then your grandma is an 80-year-old white woman.
She's like, I ain't no white woman. According to this chart at this hospital, you are a white woman.
She swears up and down she darker than me, child.
Oh, yes, she does. She goes back and forth with you about that. That is too funny.
I will never be as light as you. I've never been as light as you. Ma'am.
Yep, you were.
We here, sis. We here.
Right. And don't bring in auntie. Don't bring in her sister.
Yeah.
Honey.
Because we
y'all are light skinned crew.
Yeah. The girl. So Naya Rivera passed away.
Yeah, sad.
As you know, as you remember, very, very fondly, I'm sure, I was a huge Glee fan. I was.
Yeah. You almost didn't want me to watch it because it was yours. It was serious. I like dancing and music too, but honey, she was serious.
It was mine. It was mine.
Yeah, I let her have it too because I wasn't finna fight with her over the TV.
It came out when I was 14. I was getting ready to go. I was starting high school. And it was a high school show about nerds singing and dancing, and that was just me. It was 100% me. And they had
I know, I watched mine was Fame.
Right. It was my Fame. And what got me was in the commercial they had Amber Riley, a plus-sized black girl with natural hair, singing down to some Aretha Franklin. And I was like, well, this is something I have to watch. And I did. For 4 seasons, I was stuck to the TV watching Glee.
Glee coming out!
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Girl, I can't.
Okay, move out the way.
I can't be a part of whatever you're doing because Glee is about to come on. But somewhere in that 4th
we out of town. She trying to get to the TV.
Because Glee is about to come on. Somewhere in that 4th season, my spirit turned. You know, I got a very expressive spirit. And my spirit told me we're not doing Glee any longer. Kind of like when your spirit told me.
And I'm like, well, it's Glee night. She was like,
I can't do Glee. God told me to stop watching Glee. He did. It really was just like all of a sudden it's like, we're not doing Glee any longer.
And I'm like, well, can I watch it?
Yeah, go ahead. You know, I had bought the DVDs and everything. Go ahead. But, and shortly after I stopped watching Glee, the folks started dying. Corey Monteith passed away of a drug overdose, heroin, I think it was, overdose. Couple years later, I can't remember his name right now. I have completely exited him from my memory, but the boy who played Puck committed suicide because he was about to go to jail for child pornography. And now Naya Rivera has passed away of drowning. And it's just
and nobody's been old. Nobody.
Right. Naya was 33. I don't know if Corey might have been 30, if that. And the other dude was in his early 30s as well. And it's just, I feel like, you know, I felt something. And that's why I stopped watching the show. And it disconnected me so hard from Glee. Like, Glee just was completely out. And I don't know if that was God saying, you know, your faves are about to really show out and pass away. But when I tell you I've been praying so hard for Amber Riley, I have been praying protection over Amber Riley because I really don't think there's anything wrong with Amber Riley. I don't think she's doing child pornography. I don't think she's doing drugs. Like Naya Rivera, hers was an accident, we believe. I just really, I'm praying for Amber because it seems like the show is cursed, you know, and you know, Amber's a church girl. We don't want our fellow church sisters to go through.
Do the same thing.
Right. So I'm asking the Lord to lift that curse, honestly, off of the rest of the cast of Glee. You know, lift the curse, but especially off my girl. Because if anything happens to Amber, Lord, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I really don't. Oop, I can't hear you. You muted, sis. I don't know. I see your little hello.
I don't know. There we go. Yeah, Yeah, is Mark Selling the guy that you couldn't remember his name?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a high incidence of death.
And the show ain't been off that long. You know, I don't think it's been a decade that the show has been off, and 3 of the main cast is dead. That's crazy. That's crazy. And then we find out that Leah Michelle is absolutely horrible. She is the main cast member. It's just a lot going on with Glee. There's a lot going on with Glee. Like this little piece of hair here is unruly. Glee is like this.
It wants to show out. It says, I am here.
Yeah.
It's like my little client last night. She liked that.
You're a little baby celebrity.
Oh, I'm just taking pictures of her because see, she gonna be whatever she wanna be.
Exactly.
She that shit.
Exactly.
And it's not messed up about anything.
It's like when my sister said that when I asked my brother and sister what did they want to be when they grew up when they were 6, and my brother said he wanted to be a truck driver, and my sister said she wanted to be the president. Kind of
there
like
we go.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, I mean, have goals. Both attainable.
Yep. Yeah.
Yes. I'll vote for.
I think he wants to be a basketball player now.
He got height. He's taller than you, right?
Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, not very hard to do for a boy. Hard for you, but not for a boy.
Yeah. I'm tall in my spirit.
In your spirit. You are very spiritually tall.
I'm a big girl in the spirit. Like 6'2".
Oh, well.
I'm taller than the 6'1" girls at work.
Yeah, go ahead and join the WNBA for the Lord.
Well, yeah, my sister, she was going. How she's 6 feet now? I'm not even 5'4". Really? Come on. How does this work?
Well, your grandmother also was not 5'2". So you got her genes, and I guess
my other grandmothers, she was 5'8" the whole time.
You didn't get those genes.
My mama 5'8".
Now.
Yeah, but she was still 5'7".
But she was 5'6", and then she had a growth spurt.
5'6.5".
And that's so odd to me.
That is odd.
That is
like, weird. How is it? Well, why haven't I grown? What do y'all mean?
We're praying for you and your legs.
Yeah. I don't want to grow I want to grow up, not out. I'm powerful enough.
Child.
Good.
I'm praying for skinniness myself. I prayed the Lord said, you got to actually move. I said, why, Lord? Why can't I just be skinny naturally?
Why can't you just do my metabolism?
Yeah, just shave the pounds off. Just shave them off of me. Yeah. 50 Cent threw a chair at somebody. I don't care. I don't care about that.
Curtis need to get somewhere.
Yeah, Curtis is just, he needs a mother, honestly.
Well, he's my age, so I can't help him.
No. And I wouldn't want that to be my brother. I don't want Curtis to be my brother. Actually, there's not a rapper out there that I would want to be my sibling. Mm-mm.
No.
It's true. Bill Cosby reportedly owes $2.75 million in unpaid legal bills.
Why?
Because he didn't pay them.
He need to pay his bills. He got money.
Well, you know.
And why would you spend that much? You was 120 years old and you still went to jail. You could have kept all your coins.
He thought he wasn't.
And left it for them children you didn't embarrass to death.
Yeah, thank God. What is it, Enos?
He just passed away.
Yeah, thank God he's in glory. He don't have to do this. And the other daughter, I think, one of the daughters passed away recently.
Yeah.
So I think we only got one child left.
I thought it was 4 of them.
Oh, I don't.
Is that you?
I thought it was 3. I'm looking
I
at it.
think he patterned the Cosby Show after his kid.
Well, they had 5 kids. And so
let me see.
Passed away. And it's
5. It's 5 of them.
So there's Evan,
and
Aaron, and Erica. Why they all got names start with an E? None of these.
Right, because 2 are gone, so there should be 3 left.
Right. Ooh, I'd be so embarrassed if Bill was my daddy. I really would. Even before all this came
Like
out.
I said, you need to lead them kids as much as you can because you didn't embarrass the heck out of them.
Well, very much like your grandfather, who I have no qualms about talking about, but out of respect for you, I won't give, too detailed-y. He's not going to leave us anything after having embarrassed us with his foolishness. It's not a sex scandal, but he's just an embarrassing person, just in general.
Well, no, he's still highly favored, but we know we got to do our own things. So.
He's nuts.
And that's, and God can turn anything around, but yeah, we on our own.
We are still, yeah, there's no inheritance for us, child. It's all going to the son.
But then, that's against the Bible, so I feel like the Bible got us. I feel like the Lord got us.
The Lord just gonna send somebody to some place that he didn't think he was going.
We gonna be taken care of, though.
Oh yes, I certainly will. It's true. Well, there's a lot of news about Jada Pinkett in August, and we said all we wanted to say on.
Yeah, we done with that. Yeah.
Jill Scott is fine, and everybody agrees.
Well, was something supposed to be wrong with her?
Yeah, no, fine as in beautiful.
Oh yeah, she is gorgeous, lady.
Somebody got on Twitter, one of them celebrities that I don't know got on Twitter and basically said Jill Scott was ugly. The answer is no.
And why?
Because people have nothing better to do.
Get a life cheering.
Yeah. We all agree that Jill Scott is absolutely beautiful.
Right.
KailahJr, I think he's a football player. That's who said it. Quiro, I don't know how to pronounce that. I don't watch the sports. A man has been arrested for biting a seagull after it tried to steal his Big Mac.
Wow.
Listen. Don't try to steal my food. I'm not gonna bite a bird, but don't try to steal my food. The Washington Redskins, after 500 years, will finally be changing their name. I don't know what it's gonna be.
Who? Yeah, that happened to me a minute ago.
Yeah, the Washington Redskins, the football team.
Oh, yeah. I heard that they were going to do that.
Are they going to be the Whiteskins now? I think they should be.
They should just go regular, the Eagles or somebody. Who knows?
Ain't it already some Eagles?
Philadelphia. I don't know. Hats. I'm telling you, baseball hat. Football hat.
I believe that's a helmet, niece. I don't know a lot about the sport, but I think it's a helmet.
You cover your head?
Yeah.
It's a hat.
Not him creeping in the background.
He back.
13-year-old accused of shooting 9-year-old brother dead playing cops and robbers will be tried as an adult. That's crazy.
Yeah, I heard a little bit about that, and saying that he understood that the gun was loaded and the brother wasn't participating in the way that he wanted him to, is what I heard.
Oh, well, yeah,
It's the
try
most
him as an adult.
awful. That is awful. That thing just kind of, as old folks say, that got away with me. That is not good.
As someone who was absolutely never in any bit of my life allowed to even play cops and rob, but let alone touch a real gun.
So what it was, the parents apparently had guns in the house, like a lot of parents, like us, like we did.
Right.
I grew up, you grew up.
Right.
But for whatever reason, he felt comfortable enough, which I never felt, comfortable enough to go and pull one out. And their parents, I think their parents might have been even there at the house, but they were in the room where one was. And he knew where it was and went and got it and shot his brother.
I wasn't even allowed to pretend shoot nobody.
You barely got a water gun.
Barely. It had to really look like a water gun. It couldn't look anything
it
like
had to be purple and glowing and
and have the canisters, and really you'd rather me play with water balloons. Child, I don't understand how these people are raising their children. I really don't.
No, I don't either. I don't either. I just
Did you hear about
sad. That's sad.
Yeah, that's very sad.
What happened, Megan Thee Stallion?
Was shot twice in the foot by, you see, you was playing. Tory Lanez, who is an R&B singer who built his career copying other people's music. He and Megan Thee Stallion and KailahJr were hanging out, and somehow Tory shot Megan Thee Stallion in the foot twice. At first, it was supposed to have been an accident, but now things are coming out that he did it on purpose because she was trying to leave. And so I feel like he needs to be in jail for a very long time.
Once, accident.
Right.
Twice, not so
not
sure.
An accident. That's the gun went off twice. That don't seem reasonable to me.
Mm-mm.
But why would you think you could shoot somebody? First of all, you're somewhat of a celebrity. Why would you think you could shoot somebody and that just be that? That's so odd to me. The whole story is so odd.
Stupid.
But yeah. Also, your boy from Empire, what is it, Hakeem?
Mm-hmm. What happened with the baby?
He's been arrested after his wife ran to a gas station claiming he beat her for hours.
Hours?
Hours.
And all, but hours?
Hours. Yeah, so child, things is getting crazy out here. Well, not getting, things are crazy out here.
Well, when the pandemic hit and everybody had to go home and they had to like actually be in there with their husbands and wives and their mamas and cousins and whoever they stay with.
Yeah.
Yeah. Too much togetherness make you real ignorant. Make some people really ignorant. And that was
their already ignorant state of mind.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a disaster. Your best friend Tamara Mowry is leaving The Real.
I heard something about it. I hadn't had a chance to read.
She said she's leaving. I don't think she said why. Then
That's crazy. I didn't hear nothing you said because it froze. And all I heard was, she said, then.
She said she's leaving. I don't think she said why she was leaving.
Something said, I saw something across when I was going through, but didn't have time to check it out. Somebody said something about they cut her pay by like 75%.
75.
Not 5-10.
Cutting her pay in general doesn't make sense. She's been on the show the whole time. She's one of the founding members
Right.
of the show. She talks
and she's good.
Right. It's not like she just sits there and don't say nothing. Cutting her pay.
That's something about cutting her pay. But like I said, I never did get a chance to go back and see what all could have happened. I'm trying to see if I can see anything.
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
And that's crazy though.
That's why didn't they just fire her? Like, dang, 75%.
Like they did Tamar. If they.
I guess we'll go ahead and talk about Tamar. She was hospitalized, and it looks like it may have been a suicide attempt. Once again, as I did for Monique. Oh, you froze. Oh, there you go. Once again, as I did for Monique, I'm going to apologize to Tamar. Because I have gotten on here and read her for points. And I understand everybody's sensibilities can be delicate at times. I know mine are. So if I had anything to do with her feeling the way she feels, I do genuinely apologize for that, because, I ain't got to read everybody all the time. That's not, whatever. I can do other stuff. So I do apologize to Tamar if I had anything to do with it. We're praying for her.
Yeah, definitely. Nobody wants anybody to feel so badly that they do something like that. And you never know what has to do with what.
Right.
So.
Which is why I'm saying, if I had anything
I know I've had.
Go ahead.
Right.
Yeah,
that's what I was saying. Sometimes the weirdest things, the smallest things, the things that seem so completely insignificant can trigger you into a dark place.
Right. So
it's nice that you say that.
Yeah.
You just never know.
Yeah. Especially since I quote unquote coined a term for her, and other people are saying it as well, and it's just,
Yeah, she got a lot going on. But you could always tell she had a lot going on. But
right.
I'm not a real big fan of reality TV in that sometimes they say too much.
Right.
And then sometimes they say too little. Because what happens is when something happens and I'm just watching them on TV, why did it happen? Well, they're not telling you everything, but they are telling you the most sensational things.
Right.
And in places where people need help, they don't always get help.
Very true.
Sad.
Yep.
It's sad.
We're keeping her in our prayers, and praying for a good mental recovery. I was going to say,
because she got some boy to help to finish raising. Now, come on, get it together. Right.
So we praying.
He needs his mama.
Yeah, we praying for mental recovery and good times.
Because I know, I don't know, you were always an anchor for me, and I guess that's just not everybody's testimony. Whenever I would get down or things were not going well, it was always, okay, I got to get myself together. I got this baby.
Right.
And so I got to get up. I got to go to work. I got to buy these chicken nuggets because she loves them. Whatever it was, but it always came back to, especially when you were little, especially. Fortunately, now I've been fortunate not to have such dark days, but when you were little, it was get it together. You got this, baby, and hopefully she can rally around the idea, which is the absolute truth, that the baby needs his mama.
Right.
Come on, pull it together, fight, absolutely fight.
Yeah. Maybe she needs to move in with Tony for a little bit.
Whatever works. She needs to do that. It doesn't matter what people think or say. Do that.
Yep.
Cause honey, they're gonna be at home talking crazy about you when you done killed yourself.
Right.
Just like they would when you haven't.
Right.
They're gonna talk about you anyway.
Some people don't have compassion, and it's something I had to learn. It's something I think everybody has to learn. It shouldn't be something that we all have to learn. Everybody should just have compassion, but
we live in a society where compassion isn't it's not taught, it's not shown. It's I mean I can't think of getting on some kind of public forum and saying that somebody ugly.
Yes, you can, because they said you was ugly to your face. You think they wouldn't have did it if they didn't have, if they
had the internet, it
would have been the same thing.
I guess so.
If you wouldn't do it, doesn't mean they wouldn't have.
But then those comments were mostly come from family, and outside people didn't say stuff like that to you too often. And every now and then you get a stupid boy that would say something, but your family, they said all the things, and when you got able to grow up, then you were pretty tough. Your skin was tough.
In general, that's not a normal thing. That's our family, and there's mental illness.
No, I know a lot of other people's families that do that.
That's not a normal thing. Should not be happening.
But I mean, it's not like, okay, this is my example, and this is because since we're talking about ugly in particular. When they would say that you're ugly, I didn't understand as a child that meant ugly acting. You cutting up. You're acting inappropriately. You can get the prettier words now. You just ugly. You just acting ugly. So I didn't really understand what acting ugly meant. I always took it as a physical thing.
Right.
And that was the main thing. So I didn't really get anything but that kind of stuff for a very long time. So dark girls weren't in. So if I was in a group with some friends and I was dark, first grade, I got a whooping every day because I was dark, until they took me out of, my grandma, she snapped and took me out of that class because I was the darkest child in the class. There were 2 black kids in my class, and the other girl was light-skinned, and there was me. Now, I've never been one that was just particularly bad every day. Normal mischievousness would try it, but I wasn't a kid that would get into trouble every day, but I would get into trouble. I remember like turning around to see what somebody said. Somebody, maybe if they didn't call my name, but they said something loud enough for me to, to see what was going on. I would get marched right out and get a whipping. I would get marched out. Whatever went on, I didn't have to be involved. Marched right out and I got a whipping. Nobody else got a whipping.
Right.
I just got marched out and got a whipping for being dark. So ugly, then nobody really had that much love for darker people. And until I was much older, I had no idea I had any cuteness to go, Well, but when I found that out, it was over.
Yeah. You became that girl.
I became that girl because it was like, and it occurred to me how it wasn't normal to hear, like when you were a little girl, you would say, nobody told me I was pretty today.
See, you don't have to put my tea out there for everyone.
But you were like 3, 4, and somebody missed a day.
You shouldn't miss.
But that was never something I heard. I may have had on a pretty dress.
All your children every day that they are absolutely stunning and they are that girl, that boy, that non-binary baby.
But you weren't. But I mean, you weren't. You didn't have to worry about getting that from me. But you were getting it from everywhere.
Well, yes, I was absolutely just jaw-droppingly gorgeous.
Well, and our pictures look the same. I'm just browner.
Yeah. You were also absolutely jaw-droppingly gorgeous.
But I was browner.
Which to me is great news. But, you know, I see what you mean.
So when you don't hear certain things, you know, you get in your mind that you are less than. And like I said, when you were born, I understood, I learned so much about light skin. Even though I grew up with a light skinned grandmother, we were in different generations. We never had conversations. It was never a thing where I needed to understand what she went through as a light skinned Black woman. But when you were born, I had to learn what you were going through, and I had to stop and really listen, especially as you got into teenage years, really stop and listen to what you were saying about your journey as a light-skinned Black woman. And it's crazy. It's crazy in these streets.
It's crazy being a Black woman, as Mariah Carey and the dictionary now say, irregardless of what race
Oh, Jesus.
Another
it makes a difference
of a Black woman who gets her Blackness, you know, demoted all the time. Mariah Carey, folks, still to this day, some people don't know she's Black. And that's so odd to me. It's so
they
odd.
Just figure she married a Black dude.
Because
she's on her radar.
Because she was one of my focal points as a kid. It's like, here's this other Black woman who is about the same color as me. Her hands are pink on the inside like mine. You know what I mean?
Because yellow, red.
Right. I couldn't turn to Halle Berry. She's darker than me. I couldn't turn to Angela Bassett. You know, any of the super in people of the time, Whitney Houston, you know, all the Black girls. There was nobody I could turn to but Mariah Carey for a similar experience. And it's so odd that people still don't see her as a Black woman. You know what I mean? It's weird.
They don't.
It's so weird. But
you know, I knew something was up when she appeared on BET. When she first came out. Who that white woman on my TV?
Not Tina Marie. Who is this?
Right. It was not Tina Marie.
Right.
And they said, oh, that's Mariah Carey. She's Black. She what?
All
right.
Well,
welcome. How are you? Because everybody got a cousin. It's all like straight hair because they grandmama, you know, white.
Yeah. So it's weird being a Black woman, I think. It's just, there are so many things. There's so much going on all the time. It is just, I don't know. Anyway, long story short, we praying for Tamar. That's kind of how we got on this journey.
We just got to take care of each other a little bit better because they ain't going to do it. Let's do it. We got it. We can handle us.
Right. So I'm going to try to be a little more gentle on certain people, not DL Hughley, but on other people in these YouTube streets. Because
DL is he's pretty thick-skinned. He okay.
Yeah, he'll be fine. He'll be fine. I'm going to drag him because what he did was dumb. But I understand that my psyche, my mental is not very strong. And if people were coming at me the way I've come at other people on this YouTube experience, I would be right there with Tamar at the hospital too. So let me just leave folks alone. I'll leave people alone. Giovanni Jackson, I apologize as well.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I still don't understand, why you was going on that journey you was going on, but I'm sorry.
Right. Everybody got their journey and they got their reasons.
Yeah. Anywho, I think that pretty much covers it. As far as B.Scott.com, a news anchor caught her tooth as it fell out of her mouth on air. Praying for her and her tooth.
I'd rather that happen to get held up with a knife.
I would rather neither, personally, but that's just me, That's just me. Anywho, yeah, I think that was all for the show. Any closing remarks?
Well, hallelujah. I'm glad we got to chit chat online. Oh, I miss you. I love seeing your face.
I miss you too.
But and as for the people who listen to Patty in particular, and on the various channels, we appreciate you.
We do.
Hang out with us. We're gonna get our schedule together some kind of way.
We've been struggling.
Woo.
We will have it together.
Those of you that know the words of prayer, pray for us.
Yep. Anywho, I think that covers it. We'll be out. We gone.
All right then.
Peace.
Peace.